guys, welcome back to another video. Let's get it.
I don't want friends, I want Audis. Smoking on booth and it's my weed. I check the bitch like I'm Mari. Sorry bitch, I don't say sorry.
Number 5, Joakim Noah. Think about this for a second. Noah averaged 4.3 points in 29 games for the Chicago Bulls last season. It came in the midst of his injury-plagued campaign for their defensive-minded center. It was also the 5th time in 6 seasons that Noah missed 15-plus games. This doesn't mean that Noah wasn't valuable to the Bulls during that span. He was amongst the best low-post defenders in the association for these years. The issue here is that Noah has aged. His capabilities on defense is non-existent. It was evident to even the untrained eye that past season that he wasn't gonna make it and he wasn't good enough. Like all the contracts on the list, the Knicks jumped the gun here. They figured that adding Noah to the mix to go with former Bull teammate Derrick Rose made sense. That in itself isn't a big deal. However, the 4-year, $72.6 million deal with Noah signed last summer surely is a big deal. He's averaging just 5.2 points in less than 23 minutes of action per game. So if you ask me, no, I do not think he deserved that big of a paycheck. Joakim Noah. Who even talks about him? Number 4, Jeff Green. It was a decade ago that Green entered the NBA with the then Seattle Sonics in the same draft class as Kevin Durant. Most figured Durant and Green would be combined to form a tremendous duo for the team over the long term. While Durant has turned into one of the top players in the association, Green has never reached his peak. It even got to the point where Green was shipped off from the Memphis Grizzlies to the Los Angeles Clippers for next to nothing during the trade deadline last season. The former top 5 pick responded by averaging less than 11 points in 27 games with the Clippers. Despite this, Orlando figured it would be a bright idea to hand the struggling veteran a 1-year, $15 million contract. $15 million contract. Derrick Rose for 1 year is only getting paid $2 million. He averaging more than this trash player, Jeff Green. I don't get it. The NBA is not making any sense at this point. Number 3, Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki is a wonderful player. Don't get me wrong. His past years, he has done great. He has got multiple championships, and I feel as if he's one of the best centers in the league. Like, one of the best centers to ever live. He's one of them. Like, he's up there. He might not be the best, but he's one of them. But if we're talking about the 2016-2017 season, I don't think he should be getting a $25 million deal for a 1-year contract with the Dallas Mavericks. The 38-year-old big man that is solidly on the back of his career, he's only suited up in 22 games due to an Achilles injury and is averaging 13.1 points in 25 minutes of action per game. Based on Dirk Nowitzki's $25 million salary for 2016-2017, he's the 8th highest paid player in the association. That's not the type of contribution you would expect from someone up there among those in terms of elite play. Number 2, Allen Crabbe. I never knew how to say his name. It don't even matter to me. When Portland matched the Brooklyn Nets offer of $74.8 million over 4 seasons for then restricted free agent Allen Crabbe this past summer, it was somewhat of a shock. Sure, Crabbe has seen his games improve leaps and bounds after being selected in the 2nd round by Cleveland back in 2013. That's not really in the question. The issue here is that very few saw him as a player worth $18.7 million annually. That hasn't changed. First off, Crabbe isn't even a starter for the Blazers. He's the top backup behind CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard in the backcourt. Secondly, he's averaging less than 29 minutes per game. Now, add in the fact that he's averaging less than 11 points on about 8 shots attempt per game, and there is every reason to believe Crabbe is overpaid. In reality, he's one of the many players Portland overplayed in an attempt to retain talent following the departure of LaMarcus Aldridge in free agent prior to the last season. In a vacuum, this might have been a smart decision. Unfortunately, the professional sports world doesn't exist in a vacuum. Crabbe is nowhere near as valuable as his price tag, and it's one of the primary reasons the Blazers have struggled this season. Moving forward, it will be interesting to see if the Blazers are able to flip the talent and wing for something more substance. That's where his value may be right now. Number 1, Chandler Parsons. In my opinion, when I think about players that get overpaid, I think about, do I want to be you? Do kids idolize you? I never once in my lifetime have ever thought about buying a Chandler Parsons jersey. Never. Now, who wants to be Chandler Parsons? I do not know who would want to be that player. In the first season of a 4-year, $94.4 million contract, Parsons simply has not lived up to the expectation for the Grizzlies. Surely, a bone bruise in his knees that cost him 18 games earlier in the season hasn't helped, since Parsons has been limited in minutes and has not taken part in back-to-back outings. In 20 games this season, Parsons is averaging just 6.7 points and is shooting 37% from the field, including a career low of 26% from distance. We would normally be willing to give a player the benefit of the doubt when it comes to injuries, but remember, Parsons missed 36 games in 2 seasons with the Mavericks leading up to 2016-17 and averaging just 13.7 points per game last year. That in and of itself shouldn't have justified him receiving $21 million plus annually this past summer. This doesn't even take into account the fact that Parsons still has 3 remaining on his deal and will be 31 when it expires. With a track record of injuries and recent struggles on the court, he boasts the worst contract in NBA this season. You guys already know who it is. Please leave a like, please smash that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and I'm out.